Welcome back to the show. Now our next guest on the sofa is a well-renowned specialist and plastic surgeon, combining his aesthetic vision and surgical expertise to deliver the best outcomes. Please welcome Dr. Leonard Josipovic from the Lucia Clinic, and he is the head of department and plastic, aesthetic and reconstructive surgery at the clinic. It's such a pleasure to see you.
Great pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation.
You look magnificent.
Thank you so much. When the compliment comes from a man, thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Now, I just want to touch on something Amy just mentioned briefly, actually. When it comes to age of having certain procedures done, what is the age group that you would say to someone, no? Have you ever had to like push someone away and say, we cannot treat you for any of the surgeries that you do?
Yeah, this is actually a very good question, because the age, the limit changed, especially in the last couple of years, and we see this kind of change after the COVID especially. Before, I would usually have the patient not before the 30s, but now even young girls in their 20s, early 20s are starting to do minimal invasive procedures, Botox, preventative Botox or lip fillers, and this is also not a kind of taboo anymore. 10 years ago, it was still taboo. People didn't want to talk about that, didn't want to show that, but that changed over the time. So today, I think, and especially in Dubai, everyone is doing everything and everyone is talking about that.
That's nice.
So Doctor, I know that you are a celebrity plastic surgeon and you have a lot of insight onto what celebrities have had done, what they haven't had done. So I was hoping that you could help us depict a couple of pictures and figure out who's had plastic surgery, what they've had done, was it done well, was it not well? So we've got some celebs here on the screen and I was wondering if you could talk through what they've done and not done.
Sure. Well, I always like to comment on Jennifer Lopez because she's really a very good example of that, how to do it on a proper way. Because you can see over the time she just enhanced, she got more sophisticated look. She looks more beautiful even than in her 20s.
Yes.
And I think she's really kind of like a very good case of being the best version of yourself, but not another version.
Exactly.
And I usually like to say that when I treat my patient, I also don't like to change them. I don't like to create another version.
Well, there's often a misconception, isn't there? If you go for plastic surgery, you're completely transforming yourself and you're going to look like a completely different person at the end of it. But that's not your ideology, is it?
Definitely not mine. But there's also a lot of patients who want that.
Yeah.
But usually, me as a plastic surgeon, I also have a certain style and ideology I'm following, and the patients recognize that, and they go also for their doctor. If they're looking for a natural approach, being the best version of themselves, they might come to see me.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm just seeing.
So we've got, I was going to say, so we've got here Melanie Griffiths, who
man.
did not take the natural approach. From this photo, we can definitely agree on that.
Definitely not. Once really very beautiful young woman.
Yeah.
Looks like she did a little bit too much. It's overlifted. Obviously, we can say that she had facelift done.
Yeah.
And there's also like too much volume around the cheekbones.
We see this a lot in celebrities, this puffy look. Why do they get this puffy look?
There's many different reasons why they get this. People usually assume this is hyaluronic acid, and we tend to blame hyaluronic acid fillers for this kind of like puffy look. But imagine, even if they got some kind of like bad work done, this kind of like puffy look, fillers you can always dissolve, you can always go back. But when we see celebrities in Hollywood who are having this kind of like bad look over the years and can't get rid of them, that can be also like a fat transfer to the face, which we can't reverse. Once we got to,
Yeah, so sorry, we've got Tom Cruise now on the screen, who is obviously aged very well.
Yeah.
Why do you like to use this photo as an example?
I like to use this photo and to show Tom Cruise as a good example, because he also aged really very well. Today in his 60s, he looks like, he still looks very fresh, very...
But doctor, there are rumors that he's had a facelift done. Do you think he has done it?
I don't really think that he got facelift done. I think that he's doing like minimal invasive procedures, but over longer time. And you know, the anti-aging today is everything about hydration and collagen stimulation. That means if you stimulate your collagen over the time with different kind of procedures, also minimal invasive procedures, you can get your collagen back. Through that, you get also elasticity back. We lose collagen over the time, we lose elasticity, and the gravity pulls everything down. And for that reason, we start to look saggy, we get wrinkles, and we start to look older.
I feel like this is personal.
Is that the answer you didn't want to hear?
Doctor, I have a question for you. I always been asking in my clinic.
Yes, please.
For everyone who come and ask me why people after having the facelift, they started to have the same changes around the mouth. If you understand what I mean.
With the facelift, we are just removing the skin excess, but we still don't work on the basics like a collagen stimulation. And it's very also difficult to affect the area around the mouth. We still have a lot of wrinkles there, but we can't remove them with a facelift. So I think today, if we go for facelift, surgical facelift, there must be also a combination with also other minimal invasive procedures to get beautiful, natural, and a result, and also to bring a harmony in the face.
And it brings harmony to the soul as well, right?
Exactly. But you know, I always like to say everything has to match. The face has to match the body, but also certain parts of the face has to match with each other. If I have a patient in his 60s coming for Botox for his first time, but has like very deep under eye circles and saggy skin, I don't like to do Botox. I decline, because if I bring the forehead being like very glowy and shiny and looking very young, the rest of the face has to follow. So if it doesn't match, it's just gonna look weird. Yeah. So we have to discuss the face and the body as one, and then to focus and try to bring the harmony in all that. And I think the beauty of aesthetics is exactly in the harmony we try to bring back.
Nice.
But I think what they were asking about with some of the celebrities, especially the Arabic celebrity, we started to notice after their facelift, while they are talking, their mouth going to one side. So I've been asked, is this a common side effect of the procedure, or they are going to the same doctor with the same mistakes?
Well, look, in best case, this is my vision. Whichever kind of surgery you did, it shouldn't be visible you did it. You should look like the best version of yourself without anyone noticing that you did surgery. And especially if something goes on one side, the muscle is moving more to one side, another side, that there's also a lot of botched surgeries. So I think it's also very important to choose your plastic surgeon, to know where you go, and to identify yourself with the results you see in the office of a plastic surgeon.
So this is not something for the procedure, that's because of the doctors. We can tell them go safely.
There's many different reasons why. But like I said, in best case, you don't even see the treatment.
You basically need to go and see Dr. Leonard, basically.
So many
It's a great pleasure. You're all welcome.
This is the best guy
And
for the job.
there has been a steady rise in plastic surgery over the last several years, especially the 5 most popular surgeries seem to be breast augmentation, breast reduction, abdominoplasty, tummy tuck liposuction, and the eyelid surgery. Unfortunately, we've run short of time, Doctor. I have so many questions to ask you. I'm going to do that off camera. But thank you so much for your time today.
It's a great pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank
Very
you.
pleasure, doctor.
Now, today's spotlight is on a cosmetic store offering innovative Korean skincare with patented microsphere technology, catering to your needs to elevate your self-care ritual with groundbreaking technology. This is Justina Lepkova from Miracle Skin.
Hi, I'm Justina and I'm the founder of miracleskin.ae, the MEA exclusive distributor of Bauren Cosmetics, which is a Korean skincare brand that specializes in non-invasive microneedling. Most treatments like chemical peels, lasers, traditional microneedling cause pain and they cause surface damage to the skin. With our patented microsphere technology, our microneedles are extracted from freshwater-grown sponges, and these sponges can penetrate the skin without causing any pain. They bring all active ingredients to the deeper layers of the skin, to support the production of collagen. We have partnered with clinics across Dubai and Abu Dhabi, which enabled us to spread the word about non-invasive treatments that are effective and painless to a much broader range of clients. The biggest challenge that we have faced is educating the customers in an already very saturated market. There are a lot of treatments that the client can choose from, and it can be very overwhelming, but you can never go wrong with a non-invasive skin rejuvenating treatment like our cell story treatment. Our long-term goal for Miracle Skin is to expand throughout the MEA region and focus more on forming partnerships with clinics to spread the awareness of non-invasive treatments.
It's good to see some local brands doing their thing. Okay, I think it's time for our daily roundup with Amy Kay. What you got for us, huh?
Well, Lane, what haven't I got for you? According to research, the baby and child skincare market is expected to experience an annual growth rate of about 7.7% into 2028. Now, this is due to the launch of new brands specifically targeting teenage girls, alongside the increased exposure to influencers and skincare promotions. Now, as a young girl, I know how easily we can be influenced, and we have now these companies marketing and infiltrating this specific teenage market. Is it too much? I'm going to actually ask Ash first. You're a mom, you've got a young girl. I'm assuming she's got access to TikTok and Instagram. Is she influenced by these things, and do you think it's too much?
Is she influenced? You know, my daughter's 6.5 years old, so she's still not in that, oh, please buy me, a moisturizer age just yet. But definitely brands are targeting them. When I do watch her playing on her iPad, I see a lot of brand ads that might not necessarily even be suitable for her age. In fact, I'll tell you something funny that happened the other day. She had a play date in our house. I went into the room and I was like, the room smells too nice. Like, what's going on over here? And then I noticed my Kerastase hair serum. She and her friend pumped out almost half the bottle and applied it all over their hair. And now they have greasy hair and all over the floor. And I was thinking to myself, this is just the beginning. It's just going downhill from here.
That's a very expensive play date.
That is a very expensive thing to play with. What is your
They are the targeting, they are the perfect targeting category, because they are still in the age that they cannot go to the doctor to seek the medical attention, and the mother, they will not want to take them in the same time, because they don't want to open that door. They don't notice that that door is already opened, but from the unauthorized source and with the bad information. I can see my nieces, they are like 15 and 16, and they ask me about retinol, and they ask me about what kind of retinol and how many times they are using it. That's
are you seeing in the clinic that people are getting younger and younger? Because I know when I was that age, I would have never have dreamt of going for a facial, or like, or even contemplating Botox or anything.
I see them, but I see them with the very educated mom. They bring them already for the treatment, or at least they bring them for the guidance.
Right.
Other than that, the teenager cannot enter the clinic without someone who escorting her, because for me, she's going to be a minor. I cannot do the consultation without someone supervising it. So I see only with the mother that is very educated, that you say, okay, my daughter, she's already open to that kind of procedure, that kind of knowledge. She actually seeking knowledge. So let me direct her to the right way. So when she come to me, we will discuss what is good for her age, what is not good for her age, what is the routine, the cleanser, the serum, the sun protection. And if you are really committed to your skin, the sun protection is going to be the best product you are having, because it's for pigmentation, for aging, for fine lines, it's everything.
But saying that, with the sun, it does depend on region, right? What you're saying, obviously growing up in the UK, it's a slightly different dynamic when it comes to the certain products that you're going to be using, right? So I've noticed that my daughter's now really passionate about lashes and brows. So I'm pushing that in terms of, like, you can have a business and you should do that, and it's not really like abrasive. You know what I mean? It's something that is still okay. It's kind of more makeup-y rather than
Yeah.
like, you know, I mean, surgery. So it depends on region.
I feel like, you know, when we were growing up, those were definitely simpler times. I mean, when I was a tween, on a good day, if I used soap on my face, I mean, that would be something.
And makeup was a bit of glittery lip gloss. That was
Exactly.
it.
If I could sneak into my mum's vanity case, I would use a little bit of eyeliner while she's away at work, and I would practice, and that's how I learned how to wear eyeliner.
And when she catch you,
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Too much trauma. I only talk about it in therapy. But thank you so much, Dr. Maha. Please stick with us. Next up, we are redefining inclusivity in the beauty world with the founders of Citizen Cosmetics. Plus, we got pop music on set to keep you moving, so stay with us.